Hey, it's episode 3. As you can tell, we have a whole new set and new shirts, so time has passed.
So much time has passed.
Originally, we had filmed one entire episode, and it was so long that we decided that instead of having 3 acts in the episode, we'd break up the episode into 3 distinct parts. So you're about to watch part 3 of
Be Better!
Life Hacks!
Random advice.
And tips on how to not be an asshole.
From Evan and Scott.
I'm Evan.
I'm Scott.
Thank you guys so much for watching and for submitting questions. We really appreciate it.
Hey, please keep them coming, and you can go to Evan's Instagram where there's a link to fill out a form where you can submit questions and things you'd like us to discuss.
Or if you're on YouTube, you can leave comments in the little comment area below. If you're watching and you're like, wait, I've submitted questions, but you guys haven't changed anything, remember that's because this is still a continuation of the first time we shot. But starting from the 4th episode on, we're gonna be taking in all of your comments, including me letting Scott talk more.
I think I talk too much.
That's not what the viewers say.
Let's be better.
Here we go, episode 2 of Be Better!
Is it episode 2 or episode 3? Check.
So here we go, episode 3 of
Be Better! Why am I the only one?
Left You Hanging.
We love RuPaul's Drag Race. And we love
Boot and Toot. Boot or Toot.
fashion photo review from Raja and Raven. And also, I would say just in the way that Katya and Trixie Mattel riff off each other.
What's
so
the name?
It's called So we talk about whatever we want.
Because it's our show.
And not yours.
I think they're so funny. I really like them.
So if we like it, it's a
Yup.
and if we don't, nope. It's either a yep or a nope. Ready?
More alcohol, but yes, here we go.
Alright. Are we gonna get more alcohol and then do this?
I hope so.
All
No,
right.
let's get more alcohol now.
Yeah.
More alcohol.
We'll
Yup.
be back. Yep.
More
and no.
alcohol. Yup. We
Did
have
we-
new drinks.
Did we explain it yet?
This is all live.
This is good.
It's a ripoff of Boot or Toot.
From Fashion Photo Review, we will put a link in the thing below.
You're saying there's a thing below. We don't know where this
I don't
is
know.
gonna
I'm
be.
sure there's a
But
subscribe
there'll be a
button
link
somewhere.
No, we're just gonna tell you where to go. Go Google
Raja
fashion.
and Raven, Fashion Photo Review.
Raja and Raven, fashion photo review. They're really funny. They're really great.
First topic is Brussels sprouts. You gotta put your thing on. All right.
Oh, I never had Brussels sprouts until I went to college. But no, like in the cafeteria, like wet, gross Brussels sprouts, and I love them.
Brussels sprouts were a punishment, but now that I've had them roasted,
Yep.
Yeah. well done, Brussels sprouts.
I do think they've had their moment though. I think they're on their way out.
Kind of like my dad jokes. Aiden Zane. Back to RuPaul's Drag Race.
All right, I am a huge Drag Race fan. I wasn't originally, not because I had anything against drag queens or drag race, so I just didn't really get it. Now I get it. I love that it is this social thing that gay guys do. It's sort of like
The gay Olympics.
It's the gay Olympics.
Or gay Super Bowl.
Yeah, we get together, you pick your favorite. It feels like a communal activity, which is awesome. Now I have opinions. Aiden Zane, she's amazing. And the reason why I really like her, minus that little corset thing, but in general, like her aesthetic and her ideas and her makeup and her personality and all of that, I'm like, that's a really interesting, cool drag queen that at 12 seasons doesn't necessarily look like anybody else. I understand why all of the queens on the show are like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, because she hasn't had as much experience and she's not practicing her craft like every night, going out to a bar. And I would really love to see her like actually work a room and see if she can actually perform. But with Aiden, I'm a big old Aiden fan, and who doesn't love an underdog?
On Quora, it said one of the indicators of genius is the ability to take something we've seen before and give it 70% of a new original twist. And the thing I like about Aiden, and this has been said before, is her face. You know her face, like nobody paints like that. But also some of her references and some of her less is more, I think is amazing. I mean, the execution was piss poor in some instances.
People get better on the show. In every season, there's like 2, maybe 3, who like are showing up with the ability to excel in every area, right? Like Bianca Del Rio, right? She was like seasoned, she's incredible, and she just killed it.
And for those of you who don't watch the show, every area means like creating fashion,
right?
Being funny,
right.
Like again, like Snatch Game is all about wit and humor and speed. Also looking like a celebrity. Also, then you have to act, then you have to dance,
so
then you have
to
sing.
And what I'm curious is where Aiden is going to excel naturally versus what she's going to be able to learn in order to excel in the areas she hasn't gotten to practice every night, or where she's going to I don't want to say fail, but like fail because she doesn't have as much experience as the other girls. I'm really curious what's going to happen. But so far, I think she's done really well. And I think the judges see it. And I think the other contestants don't. And that's makes for good TV.
So she's my favorite wild card. So what's our vote? Yep or no?
Yeah.
Definite yeah.
Yep.
Aiden Zane, you're killing it. Brown shoes and black pants. Oh.
Am I sexist if I think that the guy looks really good and the girls do not?
No, I deliberately tried to find a good and a bad photo, and those were just the ones that came up on Google.
Cooper pooped all over.
Are we gonna talk about
What
the
is
dog
it?
poop right now? Okay. I think we should cut this.
Yeah, you should go.
All right, here's my thought. No. Just no. Black trousers with brown shoes is a no.
I think rules are stupid. / I never wore brown shoes with black pants. I feel like that's a stupid rule. I feel like sometimes you can pull it off if you do it in the right way. So mine's a yup. Yup!
No. Black is for a funeral.
But if you're gonna wear brown shoes, I think you have to wear a brown belt.
Burning Man!
Aww!
Burning Man.
Scott and I met at Burning Man.
We met at Burning Man in
And then-
2017.
Then we became roommates. Then we went back to Burning Man.
And we fell in love with each other at Burning Man in
Became
2018.
boyfriends.
About that,
Did
we
you fall in love with me at Burning Man, or did you realize you were in love with me at Burning Man?
I was not in love with you before that. No, it's true. It was, and I've said this 100 times. It was literally like someone just smashed a kind of opaque piece of glass in front of you, and all of a sudden I saw you, and I was like, "Oh God,
That's
I'm in
sweet.
love with you."
I didn't fall in love with you. I realized I was in love with you. All right, next question.
Wait, we didn't say what we thought about Burning Man.
How do we go back?
Go back. Click back.
Can you think of anyone that you would be like, nah, don't go?
No, because Burning Man is an experiment. I like to say it's 80,000 people who are extremely creative, who all build a city in the desert for 1 week and try to say, what if everything was different? Some people have a bias about Burning Man. They think it's an orgy or a rave. So I wanted your opinion on Burning Man.
Yes. Is it an orgy? Yes. Is it
Some
a rave?
places.
Yes. Is it a family-friendly retreat? Yes. It's basically anything you want it to be, which is the point. And the people that have gone every year, they know that like every year that they go, they are actively challenging themselves in a different way. So even someone who thinks, oh, I could never possibly do Burning Man, I'm like, oh, well, you should, because it's pretty incredible. And when you get 80,000 people, they're all challenging themselves in this interesting way with this very open heart. No one says like, no, you're not welcome, right? In that sense of come have fun, come be with us, come experience something with us, let's really connect, is so different. I think we're kind of experiencing that right now during quarantine.
Absolutely.
Actually.
My closure on that is Burning Man works because we all want it to.
Yeah.
So is it a yay or
Of course
nay?
it's a yay.
Yep.
That's an easy one.
Lip syncing pop stars.
Cooper, come here.
Cooper is being really extra.
He thinks we are kind of playing. Well, I'm not throw that.
I love him, but let me set this up. I don't want to get sued. I would never implicate any pop star in lip syncing necessarily. So what you see here are 3 randomly selected pop star impersonators. So pop stars who lip sync on stage. What do you think?
I'm gonna say, yup. No.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
Actually,
I'm
no.
gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
I'm between because I think no one's career should end over a lip syncing situation. Because
Correct.
Sometimes that's just what you have to do.
Beyonce's lip sync. She did the stars during Obama's inauguration. Now Beyonce is a god.
I was gonna say like,
but she was so nervous about it being right that she wanted it to be perfect.
Aww.
And so I'm gonna say yep for that simple reason. Is sometimes the demands of the entire performance mean that they either need a backing track.
Look, I was on Broadway for 2.5 years. I totally get why there are some times where someone's sick or this or that where you have to lip sync. But making a career out of lip syncing, not okay.
That's the difference.
I really admire Beyonce for how much she has pushed herself and what she's been able to achieve. I think it's incredible. And then when you have someone come around who's just like, I'm gonna lip sync because I can't sing the way you think I can because it's altered in post, or because I can't dance and sing this. Like that I kind of think is bullshit. You need to be better. Be better. You need to be better. So I would say lip syncing in general, nope.
I'm going to say, and it's controversial, as a composite of delivering an incredible visual performance live, sometimes it might be necessary. Don't lean on that like a crutch. Maybe.
No, I think look, Broadway performers do it 8 shows a week.
I saw Britney in 2015. I was just thrilled to be there. And
Yeah,
she
but-
was turning the party with her dancing, so I was like, cool, I know you're not singing all this, but I'm enjoying it.
Ooh, we have differing opinions.
Leave comments below. Let me know what you think. All right, next one. Ooh, they, them pronouns.
All right. Okay, so I have a good story about this. Someone sent me an email one time, and it was very clear that it was a cis woman.
What's cis mean?
Cis meaning identifies as the gender they were born into, right? So I'm a cis man. I was assigned male at birth, and I identify as male now, and I am cis male. So it felt like it was a cis woman who, in her email, put her gender pronouns, and I got really annoyed. Like,
cue the hate comments.
I know, sorry.
Cue the hate comments.
No. I'm gonna explain my mental process with this.
All right.
So she added her gender pronouns, and I found myself getting weirdly like annoyed by it because it felt like this sort of snowflakey, kumbaya, I'm so woke, this like white girl, cis white girl, straight, putting her gender, I felt weird about it. And I admitted that to somebody, this awesome African-American woman. I only preface it by describing her as an African-American woman because I think it has something to do with her perspective on all of this that made me go like, maybe, yeah, I think you're right. Where she was like, oh, you gotta get over that. I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, think about our grandparents who struggle with the concept and idea of gay people. Society's moving forward, and you're either moving with them or you're not. And do you really want to be one of those people who's like on the wrong side of history / the wrong? And I was like, oh my God, you're so right. Actually saying, hey, I'm Evan, I identify as he, him, is creating a space because it costs me nothing. Literally costs me nothing. And isn't like a scary thing for me to be like, hey, my name's Evan and I'm he, him. That's how I identify. But what it actually does is creates a safe space for somebody who may not be so comfortable to be like, oh, well, he did it. So I'm now going to express who I think I am and who I feel like I am. Like, it's a great example of sort of some weird internal bias. And like, I don't want to be left behind. And I don't want to be that person who doesn't understand. And it took someone really calling me out and being like, that's something you got to work out. You got to figure that out because that's all on you. I was like, oh, you're totally right. So big ol' yup for they, them. It doesn't have to be a snowflakey thing or a like I'm super woke thing, but actually it's like creating a safe space for there to be a spectrum of gender. And I think that is really important right now.
I like the idea of they, them. I find it complicated to use in a politically correct way. But I like
you have a problem with it in a grammatically correct
way. No. Well, don't even get me started on romance languages because they're all based on feminine and masculine terms. So we're talking about restructuring language. I'm not saying that that's bad, but it's complicated. But the idea of they, them as a construct where we stop talking about gender, I am all for. Because I think gender is a human construct. I think we've created it. I think human beings are actually born in a spectrum. I think they, them is awesome, where we're like, what if gender didn't exist?
I don't think it's too much to ask for a they, them, for something that encompasses and is an umbrella term for the spectrum that exists between he and she.
I genuinely don't know how it feels to wake up in the wrong body. I don't know how it feels to wake up in a body where sometimes it feels right and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm open-minded to the idea of gender fluidity. And I'm also open-minded, therefore, to the idea of they, them. I just have to get my head around how to change my vocabulary.
I was also confused about that. And then, again, Dan Savage is awesome. It's like, yeah, you just learn how to do that. It's not actually that hard. And as soon as you have a friend who lets you know that they, or a guest who's coming over for dinner who lets you know that they want to be called they, them, you very quickly learn how to do that.
Cool. So we're learning, and I'm old, so I need some tips. But I will say this as a final thought on this one. Yep. And Elon Musk and Grimes are going to have a baby, and they're going to raise it genderless. So stay tuned.
We should talk. We'll talk.
That's so cool. We'll do that on another episode. Okay. But I think that's amazing.
Be better!
Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week. And please write in and let us know what you think. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Freeze frame. We'll cut that out.
No, we're not going to cut it.